Hi everyone, it's Mr. Data, and welcome back to the Dataverse. So, one of the questions I receive more than anything is, what enchant should I use for what? What's the best mining tool? What's the best Slayer blade? What do I use for everything? And it's pretty understandable why there's some confusion, because if we go to /enchants, we can pop over here into custom enchant info, and if you guys look through this, it is insane. There are so many different ones that you can get. So where do you start? So that's what I wanted to do today. I've actually put together a tier list, and I'm going to put the link in the description below. Please feel free to use it. And if you guys don't agree with some of the ones that I put in here, I'd be happy to hear it. Post yours below, and also share it in Neo Network Discord or in my Discord. Share your thoughts, what you guys think. But all right, so without further ado, let's hop right into it and answer all of your questions. So here's our tier list. Now I have broken it out into the different categories, of course, like fishing, farming, mob slaying, mining, and then yeah, that's about it. So I will be jumping back and forth here a little bit, because we'll of course want to know what each one of these does before we rank them. So let's pop over. First, we're going to take a look at fishing. So let's pop over here. All right. Now again, if you're going to look at your enchants, you type in /enchant. We're going to go to custom enchant info. You can click here. And the first one we'll look at is Bait Saver. It gives a chance to not consume bait while fishing. Then you've got, we'll get to preservation, Bait Finder. It gives you a chance to find random bait while fishing. Angler, which gives you a chance to receive double sky coins from catching fish. Trophy Catch, which is a chance to find higher quality fish. Pirate's Blessing is a chance to basically get more treasure chests. And then multi-fishing, which goes all the way up to tier 5. It's pretty crazy. Now, before we hop out of these, just know that Pirate's Blessings, for instance, the treasures, they can give you just about anything. Some pretty good rewards and some pretty not great rewards. And if we want to look at baits, let's go to /AH and let's type in bait, just so we know what that means. So there's everything. You've got a leech bait. This one gives you a 2.5% increased chance to catch lava fish. This one is a shrimp bait, gives you a 2.5% chance to receive longer fish, which means they'll be worth a lot more. This one gives you a double catch chance. This one gives you a chance to find a spawner. And there is one, I don't know where it's at. Looks like there's not any here. But there is one that's a pet bait that actually gives you a chance to find eggs, which are really nice. So let's pop back over here all right, so out of these, first off, we got Bait Saver. This one, it's nice to have, but I wouldn't really say much more about it. Yeah, you're gonna save your bait, but it's a very small percentage chance, but you know, it can't hurt. Bait Finder, this one also, I'd say it's nice to have. I wouldn't really say much more about it, but at the end of the day, it's not really the baits that you're fishing for. Now for the rest of these, out of all of these, now I am going to try to keep each one of these to only one of them being on the OP list, because at the end of the day, obviously we all want all of them. But if we were to pick out of all of these, multi-fishing is the one that is absolutely going to be overpowered. The reason for that is that all of these, they're great, but you multiply them by the number of fish that you catch. That's why this one is absolutely going to be your overpowered one. Angler, I think that, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I sort of sway in between the two of these. I'd probably say this one's nice to have because there's a lot of other ways to gain sky coins. But then again, if that's all you're doing, then for you, it would definitely be a must-have. Now, actually, yeah, I'd probably put that at a must-have because it's a really great way to farm sky coins. Seriously, guys, it's insane. Trophy Catch is absolutely going to be a must-have. Just gives you a better chance of getting better and better fish. Pirate's Blessing, this one's nice to have, but a lot of these chests can have just nothing really in them, and some of them can have really amazing things in them. But it's always a chance. It's always a chance. So you never know if it's going to be worth it or not. So here's what we got for fishing. Multi-fishing is the one you absolutely have to have. Now, let's hop over to our next one, which is going to be farming. All right, so there's only 3 major ones here. Farming souls gives you a chance to receive souls while farming crops. Greater farming provides a chance for harvested crops to drop XP. Crop duster gives you a chance to basically double your drops while harvesting crops. And then these two, they don't matter as much just because they're automatic. But let's hop back over. Now, with these, this one's a really, really easy one. Honestly, guys, there are a ton of other ways that you can get souls. It's nice to have. I mean, it is nice to have. Greater farming, again, if you want to farm XP, just go farm blazes. Go farm blazes. Farming, I mean, it's nice to get that little bit of extra, but honestly, for these, I'd probably just say meh. Honestly, meh. Now, crop duster, broken. Absolutely broken. Because this is just going to double all your crops, plain and simple. If you guys have everything upgraded and you've got like your colossal armor on top of all that and you're doubling it, absolutely insane. So yeah, that would be our OP one that you absolutely have to have. So let's hop over to our next one, which is going to be swords. All right. So next we've got swords. Now there's a ton of these. If you guys like this kind of format, I can do something like this for like D-Boss, let me know. Or even pets, that would be a fun one. But let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in, and I'll be happy to put it together. So, sword enchants. For these we've got Ethereal, Dual Strike, Experiment, Soul Hunter, and Multi-Kill. Those are the only ones out of all these that are actually going to matter for just the mastery tool, not talking PvP or D-Boss, anything like that. So let's take a look at what those mean. Ethereal, first off, gives you a chance to gain haste while killing mobs. Not bad. Dual Strike gives you a chance to deal double damage to mobs. Not bad again. And then we'll just continue on here. Experiment increases the amount of XP that mobs drop. Not half bad there either. All right, and Soul Hunter, it gives you a chance to double the amount of souls dropped. That one is really nice to have too. And then of course, Multi-Kill. If you guys haven't heard about Multi-Kill yet, this is going to be one of the most expensive things other than maybe multi-fishing on the entire server. So let's hop over and let's look at our list again. All right, so Dual Strike. Honestly, I give both of these a meh. Well, no. I mean, they're nice to have. They're nice to have, but I'd probably still leave them at a meh. At the end of the day, it's not really all that important. What's really going to be important is going to be your Experiment. That's a must-have, because if you can get extra XP when you're farming your blazes, absolutely worth it. Same thing with Soul Hunter. If you can upgrade them, because once you get mastery tier on your different mobs, you actually get more and more and more soul drops. So this one, absolutely worth it. And of course, absolutely at the end of the day, multi-kill is king. If you can kill a bunch of mobs at once in comparison to killing one at once, then you want to kill the loads and loads and loads of mobs. So that is what we've got for swords. Now, the next one's my absolute favorite, and that is going to be mining. So let's take a look here. All right. Now with mining, we've got a lot of things here. We've got haste, a chance to gain haste while mining blocks, just makes you mine faster basically. We'll get to preservation. Molten, if you get this up to level 5, you pretty much don't need an ore smelter anymore. Pretty much not at all. Pretty nice. Then we go over to Miner Stream, which gives you a chance to get extra XP. Treasury 6, which is pretty nice. Basically, Treasury 6, it gives you a chance to increase the amount of drops while mining ores. That is amazing. Debris Smasher. If you have tried to destroy debris like in a regular vanilla game, it takes forever. This makes it a one-hit touch. One-hit break. That's it. Condenser converts ingots to blocks with extra block percentages per level. Now, guys, I do want to mention Treasury and Condenser, they add up on top of the the fortune that you get with your pick. So these guys, they multiply on top of each other. It gets pretty ridiculous. But let's hop back over and we will rate these here. All right, so first we've got haste. This one, it really is nice to have just because it makes you faster. That's it. And for me, I've noticed that it happens like 50% of the time. 50% of the time, I'm just breaking things faster and faster and faster and faster. Molten, I'd say it's probably meh. The only reason I say this is because if you're doing a whole lot of mining, then you've got super furnaces for days. It's nice to remove them out of your entire setup. That would be wonderful. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't really matter because you can hook up an ore hopper and have it feed in coal, and then it doesn't really matter. Miner's Dream, same thing. I mean, it's nice to have, but same thing with farming souls and greater farming. If you've got blazes, or you can go to someone else's island and mine blazes or kill blazes or another mob, then it's probably more worth it to do that. But it's still nice, you know, if you can have it, then why not? Now, this one's hard, guys. Debris Smasher, I don't want to say it's a must-have, because late game, yeah, you need it. Late game, you need it. It's very nice to have. But early game, for most of the beginning of your game, this Debris Smasher is going to mean absolutely nothing to you. So I'm just going to say it's nice to have for now. But late game, you do need it. Now, what's really tough is picking in between Condenser and Treasury. But at the end of the day, it's gotta be Treasury, because this goes up to a tier 6. And again, it multiplies with your Condenser, which of course will be a must-have. You get these two, they multiply on top of each other with your pick's fortune, and it is absolutely insane. Now, down here, these are not exactly our mastery ones, but they're our wildcard ones. So let's hop over there and I'll show you what these mean. All right, so for instance, we've got Preservation here. Basically, your tool will restore durability over time while held. That's nice to have, Next, you've got your Lumberjack. This one's actually really neat. So with Lumberjack, if you ever wanted to cut wood and just not buy it from the store, and it's a decent way to farm sky coins as well, Lumberjack 2 makes it so that logs and leaves are instantly broken. You barely look at them and it breaks. This, guys, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And honestly, you can get them on AH for almost nothing. And the last one is going to be the Transform tool. Now, you may see some of these that have this. Basically, it converts your tool into the most suitable tool while breaking blocks. Obviously, that's what it says. But guys, I want you to picture this. In fact, to picture it, why don't we go over to our cobblestone generator, right? So say that I've got this pickaxe that is going to immediately change into whatever I need, right? And I'm mining, and then I accidentally look down and I break all this. What the mess? What? I just broke my whole origin. This is one of those things that there is a legendary tool that you'll see that has this ability, but guys, keep it away from your origins. I couldn't think of a worse thing that you could use near your origins. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Other than that, I mean, I guess it could be useful if you're if you just want a main axe, but even then, you may destroy the ground underneath. So I don't know that that's worth it. But let's look over and we will pop those last ones in here. Lumberjack, I'm going to say nice to have because so few people are actually going to use this. It's just not necessary, but if you want to mine lumber and get sky coins that way, it is really nice to have. Preservation, honestly, meh. And I'll tell you about that in a second. And then Transform. There's a legendary one that has this, and I just want to know why. Why is it here? So, before we hop off here, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, but I did want to mention with Preservation, the reason that you don't need that is you can go to /warp repair. And when you pop over here, all that you're going to need to do is click on the sign Looks like it's running a little bit slow. Here we go. So whatever we're holding, let's see if I've got anything that's half broken. Oh, there we go. So whatever you're holding, I'm literally just going to click my sign with it, right click, and it's fixed. That's all you got to do. And then you go back home, and that's literally it. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Also, I hope you like the new skin. That's part of why the videos have been so delayed. But I would love to do more of these if you guys like them. If not, I'll go back to the standard tutorial method. Let me know what you think. But until next time, guys, take care.